Hey, I'm Kev, and welcome to another episode of the Real World Explosion recaps with you know who, of course. Me already said my name. Anyways, so in this week we're in episode 4, and they're about to move in, of course, the exes. Corey is worried about Jamie and Tom is not having sex because he says that he is a very sexual person, and it looks like Jamie is a very sexual person, and I don't, and he doesn't know why they're not having sex. And well, Jamie promised her dad that she was not gonna have any sex on national television and I'm gonna say international television because not only America watches this, okay? So, and Thomas, well, he of course has only had sex with three girls, and Jamie would be the fourth one. But Tom is being too frenzy with his ex, and that worries Jamie. And you know what? I mean, is it really that bad being friends with your ex? I mean, I just don't get. Well, yeah, I get why, but I get where Jamie's coming from. I guess like Thomas is kind of innocent and in all of this relationship stuff, and I get where she's coming from, I guess. So Corey and Jenny talk about their exes to each other, and they're like, "Oh, well, Brian was like this, and what's her name? Lauren was like this, and yeah, 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 yeah." Anyways, Ariel sets up an erotic dinner because she says the guys, the housemates, need that feeling so they get kinky. But of course nobody knows that they're going to this dinner and how this dinner is gonna work out, and it's just sexy people everywhere, and they're touching you and they're giving you service or food and stuff, but they're doing it in such a sexy way. And I don't know, but Ashley is now like part of the house. Ariel's ex-girlfriend. She's just been there since last episode. So, anyways, back when they get home. Oh, another funny thing is Jay is getting a massage by a guy, and he does not know it, and he's all like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take this girl home," and this and that. He's like, "Ooh, I'm enjoying it," but it's actually a guy, and I thought that was so hilarious. Anyways, now we're getting back to the house, and everybody is getting frisky. Everybody's getting kinky. Everybody's getting in. We got Thomas and Jamie finally getting in. We got Jenny and Corey doing it on Ashley's bed, and we have Ariel and Ashley doing it as well. And poor Jay does not have who to hook up with, so he's just in the confessionals. Poor him. So Jenny and Corey make it clear that they're only friends with benefits. There's this very awkward moment where Lauren, Corey's ex, calls while Jenny is actually using the phone, and she's like, "Can I talk to Corey?" And she's like, "Can you call later? It's because I'm using the phone." And can you call later? And she's like, "Why?" She's like giving attitude, and she's like, "It's because I'm using the phone." It's just an awkward moment because she knows that's her ex, and Jenny knows she's hooking up with Corey. So I thought that was a very awkward moment. I could see it. So then we get a little bit of Jay and the story about his ex-girlfriend, and they've been going out, and he kind of feels bad because when they go out, he dances with girls, but they kind of grind on him and stuff like that. So he really wants to know how or what's going on with him and Jen, I think her name is. And I don't know what their situation are, but Jenna is mad because she asked him, "Have you done anything with a girl?" And she's like, I've just been dancing and stuff like that. So later they go to the club, and Jay, while this girl is grinding on her or on him, sorry, um, the guys take pictures, and oh, I mean, how can you cheat when there's a whole bunch of cameras? Like, I don't get it. So they actually post the pictures up in Instagram or whatever, and Jenna sees them, and she is angrier with Jay, and Jay does not know how to explain that he is just dancing and meeting people, and that he's not taking them home and getting numbers. And he gets asked, "So what do you want the numbers for if you're not gonna hook up?" And he's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Of course you have to say like, well, I'm getting the numbers so we can go maybe to lunch, maybe we can go out sometime." in a friendly way, you know. But I mean, now these relationships, they're too hardcore, and yeah, you cannot be friends with nobody because people get jealous and mad. So, anyways, the next thing we have is Jay is again in a club, and he promised Jenna that he was not gonna hook up with anybody, and Jenna, well, and Corey is all like, well, getting still girls and dancing, and he just disappears in the club, and he wants the chick, he wants the girl to kiss him in the cheek, and the girl is like, nah, 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 and she finally kisses him in the cheek, and then later he's being cautious of the cameras, and we can see like him moving away, and everybody's like, oh my god, he just kissed her. And it was so funny because Jenny was like, you kissed her, and she kissed him in the confessionals, and later Corey confronts him in front of the cameras back at the house. He's like, yo, I didn't do nothing, and it was such an awkward funny moment that he was like, yo, there's like a whole bunch of cameras everywhere, like, dude, how you're not gonna get caught? He's like, I was very cautious, and you can actually hear that, and he's telling the cameraman to go away because he wants to have a conversation. Well, come on, you're in the real world, you're in this reality show, you chose to be here, so what the fuck? So don't do stuff that you don't want to be seen by your ex or your girlfriend or whatever she is, because people there are gonna spill the soup. Everything is gonna be known one way or another. Anyways, so we're getting closer and closer to the exes moving in. So the next scene, I love the scene where they prank Corey. Corey is asleep at this point, and they say that his scariest movie is The Grudge, and oh god, since you know Ariel is all into that stuff, they dress up Jamie, and they put fake blood, and Thomas is gonna do the noise, the noise. So he's sleeping, everybody else is awake. So they all go. Ariel has the camera, and here comes like this Jamie, like with her hair, her hair is covering her face, with fake blood, and then you got Thomas and beside him going, he screamed, he jumped. It was so funny. Like, I was freaking cracking my ass off when I watched that. That was amazing. That was such a great prank. And I am fucking loving this cast. I'm freaking serious. Until now, because we got new people. Okay, so then Jenny is trying to check her email, and well, Thomas's email is open, and she has to sign off of his email and then go to her email. She gets a glimpse of the emails that Thomas has been sending to this other girl. They said, I can't stop thinking about you. But at this point, she's like, I gotta tell Jamie. So she goes and tells Jamie. And what I liked about Jenny was like, I don't know who said it. If she said it or he said it. At this point, at first I was like, oh, he said it. But then she said, I don't know who sent it. You gotta see what it is. At this point, they're getting to they're ready for confessionals and interviews and stuff like that, and Jamie is pissed off. She's like, they cannot be doing this stuff because me and Thomas are a thing. So she's really pissed off, and Jamie, being the girl, following the girl code and being a good girlfriend to Jamie, she has to tell them. Anyways, I gotta say, 2 weeks ago, I did not mention that I was in love with Jamie too. I don't know why, but she attracts me so much. This is such a beautiful cast. These three girls are so freaking beautiful. I am motherfucking serious. Anyways, then Jamie's so mad, and then she finally confronts Thomas, and she's like, about your emails and this and that. And it's like, well, yeah, my last email was my ex-girlfriend, and it said this and this and this. And at first, he said like, I da 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 da, and then he added, he waited, he paused, he added, and paused again, and finally said, I'm still thinking about you. And that was so funny because he was pausing every time, and Jamie's look was like, I know what it says. So at this point, they're getting into an argument. Jamie's like, well, he is kind of like innocent. He kind of knew, not very much experienced with this relationships stuff. They kind of hug it out, and he's like, "Why do you like me?" And they're like, "Oh, I like you because of this." And they're going to a cruise. Ariel gets a call, and they're going to a cruise, and they are going to Sash the lake, and it's a boat, and it's so cool, and they're gonna be gone for 2 days. And they get to the boat, and the boat is freaking amazing. It has a slide, a jacuzzi. I mean, it is just dreamy. Meanwhile, Ashley's back. She makes her final confessional, and she kind of misses the guys. And she takes all her stuff, and she forgets her purse again, and she has to come back. So at this point now, the producers are putting the new beds for for the exes, and then the housemates are having this amazing moment in Shasta Lake, and it's so freaking cool. And they're just enjoying each other. They're speculating that since Ashley's gone, when they come back, they're gonna have a new roommate. Then the exes are arriving. The first one arriving is Lauren, and she thinks she's gonna be replacing Ash. Then Brian comes in, and she's like, okay, what's going on? And he thought he was gonna be replacing the girl that was gone. And then here comes Haley. Okay, I gotta add. Lauren is Corey's ex, Brian is Jenny's ex, and Haley is Thomas's ex. So at this point, Lauren and Brian are like, okay, so who are you and this, and they kind of figure out that they're exes. And when Haley comes, like, are you anybody's significant other? And she's like, Thomas's ex, and he's like, oh my god, they're bringing the exes back. So at this point, the guys are actually on the road to come back to the house, and Jenna comes in, and Jenna is actually Jay's ex girlfriend. I don't know what they are, but they're together. That's his significant other. So she thinks she's the only one in the house too. Finally, our beautiful Ashley that we have already met is like, oh, the guys won't know that I'm coming to the house to stay and this. And when she gets to the house, she finds the other exes, and at this point everybody's in the kitchen. He is backwards, and the guys come, and he turns around, and Jenny's face is just motherfucking priceless. I was like, whoa. Her face when she saw Brian, and her confessional was like, oh, I saw tall, buffed, dark hair guy. She's like, oh yes, I am feeling him, but guess what? It's your ex. And she's like, whoa. And that's how the episode ends. And then I gotta say that throughout this, before the exes came in, there was a lot of talking with the exes, and the exes calling their exes in the house, and I thought that was so suspicious. And of course, it's all production, and I can't wait to see next week's episode. It's gonna get intense, it's gonna get good, so don't stop watching. Keep watching me as well, and see you later, alligators. Bye bye.